My child, I want you to know something important today. I am not distant from you. I am right here, closer than your own breath. Every worry that has been weighing on your heart, every question that has kept you awake at night, I see it all. And I want to tell you that things are about to change. You have been carrying burdens that were never meant for you to bear alone. Those feelings of inadequacy, those moments when you wonder if you matter, they end today. I have been preparing something beautiful in your life, even when you could not see it happening. The struggles you have faced were not punishments. They were preparation. Every difficult season has strengthened something within you that you will need for what comes next. I have been building your character, developing your compassion, and deepening your understanding of what truly matters. You are not behind in life. You are not missing out on opportunities that others have received. Your timing is perfect because it is my timing. The delays you have experienced were not setbacks. They were protection. I kept certain doors closed because I knew they would not lead you where you need to go. Now I want you to release the pressure you have placed on yourself. Stop trying to force things to happen through your own effort alone. Stop comparing your progress to others around you. Your path is unique and it is exactly right for you. I have placed gifts within you that the world needs. Some of these gifts you are aware of, and others are still waiting to be discovered. Trust me when I say that I will create the right opportunities for these gifts to flourish. You do not need to strive and struggle to make others notice your value. I will position you exactly where you need to be. The anxiety that has been your constant companion, it no longer has power over you. I am replacing it with peace that runs deeper than your circumstances. This peace will remain steady even when life around you becomes chaotic. It is rooted in who I am, not in what happens to you. You have been looking for validation in all the wrong places. The approval you seek, the recognition you crave, these things cannot fill the emptiness inside you. Only I can do that. And I want you to know that my approval of you is complete and unconditional. I am proud of you, not because of what you have accomplished, but because of who you are. You are my creation, formed with intention and love. Every part of your personality, every talent you possess, every dream you carry, all of it matters to me. The mistakes from your past do not define your future. I have already forgiven what you cannot forgive in yourself. Those regrets that surface in quiet moments. Those words you wish you could take back. Those decisions you would make differently. Release them to me. They have no power to limit what I want to do in your life. I want to teach you a new way of living. Instead of rushing from one task to another, learn to be present in each moment. Instead of worrying about tomorrow, focus on today. Instead of trying to control every outcome, trust me with the results. This does not mean you should become passive or stop working toward your goals. It means you can work from a place of rest instead of anxiety. You can pursue your dreams while trusting me with the timing and the details. The relationships in your life are about to shift. Some connections that have been difficult will begin to heal. Others that have served their purpose will naturally fade away. New relationships that align with who you are becoming will enter your life. Do not cling to what is ending or fear what is beginning. I'm teaching you to love others without losing yourself in the process. You can be kind without being taken advantage of. You can be generous without being depleted. You can serve others while maintaining a healthy balance. Your heart has been hurt by people you trusted. This has made you cautious about opening up again. I understand this caution, but I do not want fear to keep you isolated. There are people who will appreciate your authentic self and treat your heart with care. I will help you recognize them. The dreams you have buried because they seemed impossible, bring them back to the surface. I placed those desires within you for a reason. Some may look different than you originally imagined, but the core of what you long for is still attainable. Trust me to make a way where there seems to be no way. Money and material possessions will never bring you the satisfaction you seek. This does not mean I want you to live in poverty or struggle financially. It means I want you to find your security in me rather than in your bank account or your possessions. When you have enough to meet your needs, be grateful. When you have extra to share with others, be generous. When you face financial challenges, remember that I am your provider. I will take care of you in ways you cannot yet imagine. Your work and career are important to me because they matter to you. I want you to find fulfillment in what you do each day. If you feel stuck in a job that drains your spirit, know that change is possible. I will open doors when the time is right. In the meantime, look for ways to serve others and find purpose even in tasks that seem mundane. The health challenges you face, whether physical or emotional, are not signs of my displeasure with you. I walk with you through every struggle. While I may not remove every difficulty, I will give you strength to face each day. Sometimes healing comes instantly, sometimes gradually, and sometimes my grace is sufficient to carry you through ongoing challenges. Do not compare your struggles to others who seem to have easier lives. Everyone faces battles that are not visible to outsiders. Focus on your own journey and trust that I am working in your specific situation for your good. The guilt you carry about not being perfect needs to go. I never expected you to be flawless. Growth is a process, and I am patient with your progress. Each day is a new opportunity to choose love over fear, forgiveness over resentment, and trust over worry. When you make mistakes, learn from them and move forward. Do not camp out in shame or regret. I use even your failures to teach you valuable lessons and to develop humility and compassion. Your prayers have not gone unheard, even when it feels like I am silent. Sometimes my answer is yes, sometimes it is no, and sometimes it is wait. Trust that I see the bigger picture and that my timing is perfect. What you perceive as delay is often protection or preparation. Keep talking to me throughout your day. You do not need formal words or perfect theology. Just speak to me, like you would speak to someone who loves you completely. Share your fears, your hopes, your frustrations, and your joys. I want to be involved in every aspect of your life. The loneliness you feel is real, but you are never truly alone. Even when friends disappoint you and family members do not understand you, I am with you. Learn to find comfort in my presence. Discover the peace that comes from knowing you are fully known and completely loved. I want to expand your capacity for joy. You have been so focused on problems and responsibilities that you have forgotten how to celebrate small victories and simple pleasures. Notice the beauty around you. Laugh more often. Take time to enjoy the good things I have placed in your life. Your perspective on success needs to change. The world measures success by wealth, fame, and power. I measure it by faithfulness, kindness, and the positive impact you have on others. You may never be famous or wealthy, but you can live a successful life by my standards. Stop trying to impress people who do not matter while neglecting those who do. Invest your time and energy in relationships that are meaningful and mutual. Be authentic rather than trying to be what you think others want you to be. The future does not have to look like the past. Old patterns can be broken. Generational cycles can end with you. The limitations that others have accepted do not have to define your possibilities. I am doing something new in your life. Change can be uncomfortable, but it is necessary for growth. Do not resist the transitions I am bringing into your life. Trust that I am leading you towards something better than what you are leaving behind. Your story is not over. The best chapters may still be ahead of you. Do not let past disappointments convince you that good things are not possible. I specialize in turning around situations that seem hopeless. I want you to develop patience with the process of growth. Real change takes time. Do not be discouraged when progress seems slow. Small, consistent steps in the right direction will eventually lead to significant transformation. Learn to celebrate progress rather than demanding perfection. Every act of obedience, every choice to trust instead of worry, every decision to love instead of judge, these all matter to me. The opinions of others carry less weight than you think they do. Most people are too focused on their own lives to spend much time judging yours. Stop living as if everyone is watching and evaluating your every move. I want you to find freedom in authenticity. When you stop pretending to be someone you are not, you will discover how much energy you have been wasting on maintaining a false image. Use that energy for purposes that truly matter. Your influence is greater than you realize. The way you treat others, the words you speak, the attitude you carry, all of this affects the people around you. You have the power to bring light into dark situations and hope into discouraging circumstances. Do not underestimate the value of small acts of kindness. A smile, a word of encouragement, a helping hand. These simple gestures can change someone's entire day. Look for opportunities to serve others in practical ways. I am preparing you for greater responsibility, but this preparation happens gradually. Each test you pass, each lesson you learn, each act of faithfulness prepares you for the next level of what I have for you. Trust the process, even when you cannot see the destination. I am working everything together for your good, even the things that seem random or meaningless. Your life has purpose and direction, even when the path seems unclear. Rest in my love for you. It is not based on your performance or your potential. It is based on who I am and who you are to me. This love will never change, never diminish, and never end. Walk forward with confidence, knowing that I go before you to prepare the way and behind you to protect what you leave behind. You are not walking this path alone. I am with you every step of the way. You carry burdens that were never meant to be yours alone, and I see how they slow your steps and cloud your vision. When someone hurts you, your first instinct is to grip that pain tightly, as if holding on to it will somehow make things right. But bitterness is poison you drink, hoping someone else will suffer. These wounds you nurse, I've already seen them all. Every betrayal, every disappointment, every moment when life felt unfair, you can let go now. Release doesn't mean you approve of what happened. It means you refuse to let past harm control your present moments. When you choose to forgive, you're not excusing anyone's behavior. You're choosing freedom for yourself. Look around at what fills your days, your time, your abilities, your possessions, the people in your life. These aren't truly yours to own. You're a caretaker, someone I trust to handle these gifts wisely. When you understand this, everything changes. Washing dishes becomes an act of gratitude. Helping a neighbor becomes worship. Small faithfulness opens doors to greater opportunities. Don't rush through today trying to reach tomorrow. Each sunrise brings fresh chances to grow, to serve, to notice beauty you might otherwise miss. Your real life isn't waiting somewhere in the future. It's happening right here, right now. Difficult seasons often reveal my strength most clearly in your life. When you feel weakest, you become most receptive to the help I offer. Don't be ashamed when things get hard. These challenging times develop qualities in you that comfort never could. I walk with you through every trial, and I will bring you through stronger than before. Truth protects your well-being. The world floods you with messages about success, appearance, and worth. Return regularly to what I've told you about yourself and how life actually works. Let these realities reshape your thinking and your perspective on daily events. Your words carry weight. They can build up or tear down, encourage or discourage. Choose to speak life over yourself and others. How you talk to yourself creates the atmosphere of your inner world. Constant self-criticism and complaining build walls that keep out joy and hope. Humility opens doors that pride keeps locked. This isn't about thinking less of yourself, but about recognizing the source of every good thing in your life. When you understand that all your gifts come from me, you become teachable. You forgive others easily because you remember how much you've been forgiven. Our relationship is beautifully simple. You don't need perfect performance or complex rituals to get my attention. I want your honest heart, your real thoughts, your authentic emotions. Come to me with your celebrations and your struggles, your victories and your fears. Whether you're experiencing your best day or your worst, I want to share it with you. Throughout your day, turn your thoughts toward me. I'm always listening, always caring, always ready to guide your next step. Your life unfolds like a story written one page at a time. You can't see the complete narrative yet, and that's perfectly normal. What matters is taking each step faithfully, making each choice with integrity, trusting me with the parts you can't understand. Every small decision to choose love over fear, faith over worry, generosity over selfishness, adds meaning to your story. I'm creating something beautiful through your ordinary days. The preparation happening in your life takes many forms. Sometimes it involves learning new skills or gaining knowledge. Other times it means healing from past hurts or changing limiting thought patterns. Often it's the quiet work of character development, teaching you to respond gracefully under pressure, to forgive when it's difficult, to persevere when you're tired. The peace I offer doesn't depend on your circumstances. It's deep confidence that comes from knowing you're completely secure in my care. This peace flows from understanding that my plans for you are good, that I control what seems chaotic, and that nothing can separate you from my love. This peace becomes your refuge when everything feels uncertain. Protected by staying connected to me, filling your mind with truth and giving me your worries instead of carrying them yourself. Rest isn't laziness or wasted time. It's essential to how you're designed. True rest restores your spirit, clears your mind, and reconnects you with what matters most. It's time to step away from demands and deadlines and remember who you are beyond what you accomplish. Make space for this kind of rest regularly. It's not something you earn through hard work. It's something you need in order to work well and live fully. When joy enters your life, receive it completely. Don't diminish these good moments by worrying about when they might end or questioning whether you deserve them. Joy is meant to be embraced and shared with others. These bright moments remind you of my goodness and fuel your spirit during harder times. Your capacity to love is one of your greatest strengths. Love is my essence, and as you grow in loving me, yourself, and others without conditions, you become a clearer reflection of my nature. Practice love in everyday interactions through patience, forgiveness, and willingness to serve. Don't fear quiet moments. When you intentionally step away from distractions and noise, you create space for my spirit to speak to yours in profound ways. Insights often come in stillness, confusion clears, and your heart realigns with my purposes. Your faith journey isn't about reaching perfect understanding or flawless character. It's about continually becoming more of who I created you to be. Be patient with yourself in this process. There will be mistakes and setbacks, but my grace is always sufficient to help you start again. Find a few minutes each day to sit in silence, to turn off external noise, and listen to what rises from within. My child, I want you to find quiet moments in the world around you. Step outside and let the wind touch your face. Notice how the trees stand steady, how the grass grows without effort. These simple things carry peace within them. When you allow yourself to truly see them, something inside you settles and remembers what matters. You don't need to follow anyone else's formula for finding me. Your way of connecting with me will look different from others, and that's exactly as it should be. What I care about is your genuine desire to know me better. When you create space in your busy life to simply be still, don't expect fireworks or dramatic moments. Just show up with an open heart and trust that I'm already there. I know you completely. Every thought that crosses your mind, every fear that wakes you at night, every hope you carry secretly in your heart. You never have to put on a performance for me or try to be more spiritual than you feel. Your honest struggles are as welcome to me as your victories. Come as you are, because that's exactly who I want to spend time with. This relationship we share isn't a straight line. Some days you'll feel my presence strongly, and other days you might wonder if I'm listening at all. These fluctuations don't mean you're doing something wrong. They're simply part of how relationships grow and deepen over time. My commitment to you never wavers, even when your feelings do. When your world feels like it's crumbling, remember that endings often clear the way for new beginnings. What looks like loss might actually be making room for something better. Your life moves in cycles, just like everything else in creation. There are times for rest and times for action, seasons of waiting and seasons of breakthrough. Trust these rhythms instead of fighting them. My affection for you runs deeper than any human emotion you've experienced. It's the foundation beneath everything else in your existence. You are valuable not because of what you accomplish, but simply because you are mine. Let this truth sink into the deepest parts of your being, and watch how it changes the way you see yourself and your circumstances. Take an honest look at your current choices. What habits are pulling you away from the person you want to become? What thoughts do you entertain that leave you feeling empty or anxious? Recognizing these patterns is the first step toward real change. I'm not asking you to be perfect, just willing to be truthful with yourself. I'm always extending an invitation to you, but I won't force your response. You have the freedom to choose your own direction, but that freedom comes with real consequences. When I warn you about certain paths, it's because I can see where they lead. My guidance isn't meant to restrict your joy, but to protect it. Sometimes the route I suggest seems harder than the alternatives. The immediate gratification might look more appealing than the patient work of building something lasting. But I see the bigger picture, and I know which choices will bring you genuine satisfaction years from now. Trust my perspective, even when it doesn't make sense in the moment. No matter how many times you've ignored my voice or chosen poorly, my arms remain open to you. When you're ready to acknowledge your mistakes and turn back toward me, you'll find me waiting with forgiveness already prepared. This isn't because your choices don't matter, but because my commitment to you is unshakable. Will you pay attention to what I'm telling you today? Will you consider that my way might actually be better than your own understanding? I'm not trying to make your life difficult. Everything I ask of you flows from my desire to see you thrive in ways you can't even imagine yet. You are never outside the circle of my care. In your brightest moments and your darkest hours, I am present with the same steady love. My hand guides you through decisions, comforts you in pain, and celebrates with you in joy. The life I have in mind for you is richer and more fulfilling than anything you could plan for yourself. Hold on to this reality when everything else feels uncertain. Rest in the knowledge that you are completely known and completely loved. Today can be the day you decide to listen more carefully to my voice and follow where I lead. My guidance is always an expression of my deep, unwavering care for you. Listen carefully to me, because what occurs tomorrow will deeply affect your sense of security about what's ahead. I'm not sharing this to alarm you, but rather to wake you up, to pull you out of the fog that's dulled your awareness. You have missed the gentle signals I have sent your way. Tomorrow is not punishment, but a necessary interruption. Even in difficulty, I speak clearly, providing you advance notice. I do not allow major shifts without first giving quiet warnings to those who belong to me. Stay attentive. Remain calm. Hear me clearly. Do not become resistant or close yourself off. These words come directly from me. I am the one who made you, who brought you into existence and gave you breath. I understand you deeply, your anxious thoughts, restless nights, and the worries hidden from everyone else. I see them all. The facade you maintain is visible to me, and I intend to remove it. What you've concealed will surface, not for your harm, but for your growth. Tomorrow's event will challenge the basis of your life, revealing weaknesses and uncovering foundations you've laid apart from me. Though unsettling, I will remain by your side. My nature is not chaotic. I embody structure and stability. Tomorrow is merely a beginning, not the conclusion. You will face uncertainties, questioning why things are unfolding this way. In the quiet after the event, I will respond, not dramatically, but in the quiet depths of your heart. You'll recall times when you felt my presence but turned away, prayers forgotten once your troubles eased. You'll remember moments I reached out, but you sought help elsewhere. Now, I invite you back to myself. Come back to me before the crisis unfolds. Don't wait until the signs are painfully clear. Don't wait for desperation to drive you to your knees. Choose to surrender now out of respect and awareness, not fear. Bow down now in thoughtful recognition rather than terrified panic. I see clearly the diversions pulling you away, the appealing yet false promises, emptiness disguised as fulfillment, and voices drowning out reality. You've pursued temporary things that left you drained, not satisfied. I've patiently observed, longing for you as you wandered dangerously close to destruction. Tomorrow is not an ending, but a turning point, a moment of realization. It will force you to reassess your decisions. When this moment arrives, do not resist it. Instead, acknowledge my presence openly and sincerely ask for my help. I'll respond immediately. I have always been available. Despite your wandering, your doubts, and your missteps, my care for you never faltered. My commitments stand firm, unaffected by your imperfections. Unlike humans, my word is unwavering, trustworthy, and consistent. My plans for your life remain valid, but alignment with my intentions is necessary. I don't wish harm upon you. I take no satisfaction in your suffering. Actions lead naturally to outcomes. Violence, dishonesty, pride, and greed inevitably produce pain and ruin. Yet I offer you a chance. Embrace right living and compassion will follow. If you return sincerely with humility, I will restore your losses. The world around you is shifting. Changes in nature and society are not random. Something deeper is occurring, and you cannot ignore these signs. My activity is increasing, and my invitation grows louder. Those who listen carefully will understand and respond appropriately. Those who belong to me will recognize my voice clearly. You belong to me, not casually, but intentionally. Your existence is purposeful, deliberate, and valued. Even in your mistakes, my attention was unwavering. Even in rebellion, you were never forgotten. Now I am guiding you homeward. The return journey is focused and narrow. It requires dedication, not ease, illuminated by truth rather than temporary comforts. Tomorrow will be a test. Yet this trial will clarify what truly matters, not your possessions, accomplishments, or carefully crafted reputation. The essential concern is your relationship with me, not superficial knowledge, but genuine, intimate understanding. Many will claim familiarity with me, yet be unknown by me, but this need not be your experience. Respond sincerely now, and our connection will deepen. Humbly ask for forgiveness, restoration, and direction. I respond willingly. I renew and refresh. I transform sorrow into joy, revitalizing what seems lifeless, opening pathways that seem blocked. Nothing is beyond my ability. No circumstance too damaged. No heart beyond my reach. Approach me sincerely, and renewal is assured. I will protect and sustain you, surround you with strength and resilience. Yet you must actively choose this path. Tomorrow's challenge will overwhelm many, yet clarity will emerge soon after. Those who listen carefully will grasp its meaning, understanding clearly what unfolds. Those who genuinely trust in me will remain stable, untouched by anxiety. Avoid the world's reassurances, which promise false security. They will distract with comfort when vigilance is required, offering illusions of control as stability erodes beneath you. But my intent isn't fear. It is courage, stability, and clear vision. I call you to clarity, to speak truth openly and without hesitation. Announce boldly the path forward. My spirit is active, my presence undeniable. Messages and insight will increase. Even the overlooked and humble will speak profoundly. You must also speak clearly if prompted by me. If your heart feels compelled, do not suppress your voice. Now is the critical time, not later, not when convenient. Your purpose is rooted in this moment. Do not allow anxiety to silence you. Do not let past regrets immobilize you. My strength surpasses your history, my consistency stronger than your frailty. If you walk closely with me, trials will not harm you. Obstacles will yield. Pathways will open unmistakably. I promise protection, provision, and serenity. Even as upheaval shakes the world, you will remain secure, anchored by your connection with me. Pay attention carefully. These words come from me directly. I communicate gently yet clearly, stirring your inner consciousness. My purpose is to awaken your awareness, to free your heart from numbness imposed by external distractions. I am not distant. I am intimately present. My speech is straightforward, intended to clarify rather than confuse. The truth I present already surrounds you, plainly visible once you truly see. From ancient times I have guided people clearly. I never act without clear warning. Before significant events occurred, I informed those listening carefully. Prior to floods, destructions, and hardships, my warnings came clearly, repeatedly through various forms, spoken messages, dreams, visions, signs. Today, I continue to communicate actively. My preference is mercy rather than judgment, restoration instead of destruction. Sadly, many ignore these calls, choosing comfort over integrity, pleasure over purposeful living. Do not make this mistake. I speak plainly today through global uncertainty, nature's unrest, and human turmoil. My voice echoes within quiet intuition, through words you've disregarded and convictions you've tried to ignore. Do not dismiss these gentle warnings. Do not tune out the steady urging toward truth. I seek no joy from punishment, but deeply desire your genuine return. I intend to rescue, not destroy. Too many, however, have sealed their hearts, ignoring evident truths, pursuing short-term satisfaction instead of lasting fulfillment. Do not be like them. Hear my voice clearly amid the world's chaos. Recognize the prompting deep within you, the convictions nudging your awareness. Embrace these messages openly. Tomorrow is pivotal, highlighting critical truths. Use this moment wisely, recognizing my guidance. Resist the temptation to ignore difficult realities. Embrace the opportunity presented by tomorrow's challenge to reconsider your direction. Respond honestly, humbly, and decisively. Choose to stand firmly in truth, guided by clarity rather than fear. My commitment to you remains steady, my support unwavering, my presence certain. Align yourself with this stability. In doing so, you will navigate challenges confidently, clearly seeing your path forward. Difficulties will come, but they will not overwhelm you. Remain attentive, responsive, and committed. I invite you to clarity, stability, and genuine renewal. Seize this moment deliberately. Do not delay your response. Move purposefully toward genuine alignment with truth. Your choice today impacts everything ahead. Trust deeply, listen closely, act decisively. My assurance is trustworthy, my strength reliable. With deliberate focus, walk forward, clearly guided and secure in truth. Each caution I offer is an expression of care, similar to how a parent urgently warns a child stepping towards danger. Would you disregard someone who alerts you to an approaching threat? Would you dismiss the one who raises the alarm? Those who are wise take heed. Those who mock the warnings remain unaware. Preparation is wisdom. Neglect is foolishness. My voice has never been absent. I've spoken clearly through Scripture. Everything important for your life has been carefully recorded, maintained through time. These texts aren't merely historical. They are vibrant, meaningful, and crucial right now. My words aren't passive. They actively clarify reality, cutting through falsehood, revealing intentions, separating truth from error. Yet many treat these writings casually, as optional references rather than essential truths. To withstand what lies ahead, you must engage deeply with these scriptures, not as mere tradition, but as vital nourishment. Just as physical food sustains your body, my teachings sustain your spirit. Without them, your spirit grows weak. Your life isn't sustained only by physical nourishment, but by the truths I've spoken. Remember this. Have you not understood this truth? Have you forgotten? My instructions illuminate your steps and clarify your path. Without my guidance, your path becomes uncertain, guided by fleeting feelings, swayed by shifting ideas, vulnerable to confusion and manipulation. But when you internalize my teachings, stability comes naturally. You recognize truth from falsehood, confidence replaces confusion, and comfort overcomes anxiety. You need not await extraordinary revelations when everything essential is already available in my written word. My voice, my answers, my clarity, and my reassurance, all are already present within those pages. Every line, every word, every promise originates from me. It's intentionally preserved for your guidance. I've provided clear warnings if only you'd consider them carefully. I spoke plainly about how compassion would fade, deception would rise, disguised threats would increase, and people would drift away. I described troubling times when selfishness, arrogance, ingratitude, and moral decay would prevail. These aren't distant future possibilities, they're current realities. I'm continuously reminding you. Remain alert, stay vigilant, and pray consistently. Yet many have become complacent, unaware that the moment demands readiness. Their understanding dims. Their preparation falters. They dismiss evident warnings, disregarding the truth that could keep them secure. But you must stay attentive, deeply rooted, and consistently prepared. Your enemy is deceptive. He rarely appears as obviously threatening, but often presents himself appealingly, suggesting subtle compromises and convenient choices. He manipulates my teachings, just as he did in ancient times. First in the garden and later in the wilderness, facing direct confrontation. If he distorted Scripture then, he'll do it again now. But I've armed you with clear truth to counteract his deceit. Use this truth actively, not leaving it idle or forgotten. Allow it to influence your thinking, reshape your perspective, and redefine your choices. Truth found in my teachings remains stable, hope from it is enduring, and peace from it defies worldly understanding. People often chase spectacular miracles, yet overlook the greatest evidence I've already provided: the life, death, and resurrection of the one I sent. All Scripture directs attention to this reality. Every warning, every fulfilled promise highlights this essential truth. You were explicitly told that challenging times would arrive, cautioned against deception, and advised to remain steadfast. Continue patiently. Although the path is demanding, it leads directly to true life. You aren't alone in this journey. My presence remains constant, guiding, encouraging, and redirecting when necessary. Listen carefully when you sense my promptings, and respond promptly when corrected. Follow when you sense direction. It makes little sense to request guidance while ignoring my instruction. Genuine obedience isn't optional. Stubbornness brings no reward. Pride encounters resistance, but humility receives kindness. Choose humility and acknowledge past disregard. Abandon those attachments you know distract from genuine devotion. I tolerate no rivals competing for your loyalty. My passion for your heart is protective, seeking only your best interest. You glimpse only fragments, brief moments of chaos and uncertainty. I observe the whole unfolding picture. My warnings aren't given to frighten, but to equip. Historically, preparations were always made beforehand. Safe refuge constructed before storms. Safeguards established prior to trouble. Readiness before significant events. Likewise, you must prepare diligently now. Don't wait for difficulty to trigger your devotion. Approach consistently, earnestly, while there's opportunity. As you intentionally seek closeness with me, I respond similarly. Be decisive. Clear your motives and remain sincere. Loving worldly ways contradicts devotion to me. Choosing the world's standards distances you from mine. Decide clearly whom you follow. You can't serve conflicting priorities. You can't expect spiritual fruitfulness while aligning with worldly principles. Allow my teachings to genuinely transform your character. Let these truths challenge complacency, mend what's damaged, confront necessary areas, inspire deep reflection, and facilitate meaningful change. This isn't about religious obligations, but genuine connection and authentic closeness with the one who created you, who deeply understands you, and seeks regular interaction, as was intended from the start. I've provided fully for your spiritual well-being. Clarity, support, sacrifice, comfort, and truth, all intentionally supplied. My persistent warnings come not from anger but deep concern, helping you remain ready, steadfast, and free from blame upon my return, covered entirely by my goodness rather than your own efforts. Fear only indifference to my warnings, not the warnings themselves. Beware becoming absorbed by comforts or distractions, missing important moments when I speak clearly to your heart. Stay sober-minded and watchful. Challenging times demand consistent awareness. Despite difficulties, my clarity shines through uncertainty, impossible for confusion to overpower. I communicate urgently because opportunities are fleeting. You perceive this urgency yourself, noticing structures previously considered reliable now crumbling, leaders struggling for solutions, wickedness escalating, immorality celebrated, and truth rejected openly. You witness relationships failing, innocence disregarded, and divisions escalating. These aren't random occurrences. Recognize clearly what is happening around you. Don't dismiss these realities lightly. The signs you notice are genuine. They indicate deeper truths and necessary readiness. Remain engaged, awake, and thoroughly prepared. Ensure your priorities align correctly. Turn away from distractions. Remove anything occupying the place that rightfully belongs to devotion. Commit wholeheartedly now. There isn't space for hesitation or half-hearted devotion. Recognize clearly where your allegiances lie. Understand that warnings exist not because of my anger, but due to relentless care for your security, stability, and endurance. I communicate plainly to support, equip, and reassure you. Take my words seriously. Embrace their reality. Let them guide you clearly through uncertainty, anchoring you securely during instability, ensuring your strength remains intact through adversity. Above all, maintain humility, recognizing your ongoing need for guidance, correction, and support. Stay open to my influence, regularly seeking alignment with my truth. The warnings are genuine, but exist entirely for your benefit. Embrace them, heed them, remain attentive, and know that my constant desire is your safety, your readiness, and ultimately, your enduring peace. This unrest marks the start of change. I'm already moving things into place. Can you sense it? These shifts may feel unsettling at first. I'm gathering those who refuse to give in to false ideas. They won't cling to comfort, even when everything's at stake. They stand by the truth, no matter the ridicule. Their courage inspires others. I'm inviting you to join them. You need a firm grasp of what I've shared. Feelings alone won't sustain you. This path requires perseverance. Charm and charisma won't keep you safe. Only truth holds up over time. Let everything I've shared guide your thoughts and actions. In the days ahead, many will fall away. Not because I stopped speaking, but because they stopped listening. They will trade honesty for comforting lies. They'll look for teachings that match their desires. But you, stay rooted, stay close to me. Let these words live in you. Remain intentional in choices. You will make a real difference when you stay this course. When you hear a warning from me, act right away. Don't talk yourself out of it. Faith means moving forward before you see the whole picture. Trust that I notice what you can't, and that I'm getting you ready for what comes next. You don't know what tomorrow brings, but you know I do. I am reliable. Keep trusting me. Hold tightly to the promises I've given. Let these words fill your life. Share them, speak them, live by them. Amen.